Welcome to another fabulous episode of Unapologetically Free. Now, today we are going to talk about what if you relapse. Now, rule number one, the golden rule of relapsing is don't relapse. Now, this is not a video for you to come with an excuse to relapse while you are on NoFap. You see, prevention is better than cure, and no matter how good the cures suggested in this video are, the damage is still done when you relapse. So, golden rule number one, don't relapse as far as possible. You will feel horny, you will feel the urge to relapse. Just push through this urge and use the energy to do something productive for your life. And you'll be so glad you decided to channel this energy rather than waste it on pornography. Rule number one, don't relapse. But let's say you do. Let's say you do relapse. What then? Well, some of the things to note from my personal experience of relapsing, which I am sure many of you would agree with. The silver rule, rule number two, keep your relapse once. If you do relapse, don't fall into this slippery slope where you relapse once, then the second time, then the third time, and you figure, what the heck, might as well go all the way in, go back to the bad habits of the past. Don't do that. If you do relapse, keep it to one time. But of course, one of the most important things that you will need to note after you relapse is this. There will be this thing called the chaser effect. So what the chaser effect does to you is that you would feel even a greater urge even to masturbate the very next day after you relapse. Now this has been very consistent for me. As I stabilize into my NoFap process, if I relapse once, I can tell you this will be harder. This will be so much harder that you do not relapse the second time that it would have been if you just chose not to relapse from the start. But hey, if you have already messed up, then own your mistake and choose not to relapse that second day. It's possible. I've done it before, and I'm very sure you can do it. Now, one of the things you have to realize is that there are two parts to NoFap. First is the physical retention of your semen, which will build up pretty fast, say a week or two within your body, and you will immediately feel the physical benefits. But the second part is why people go for NoFap on months. That is the healing of your brain, and specifically the dopamine receptors. And this is the reason why you should not go on a binge after you relapse. Because even though your semen, fine, you have wasted it, alright, but your brain healing process is not, say, very badly sabotaged. It is sabotage, but it's not that badly sabotage. With that in mind, just assure yourself, perhaps you set yourself back a day, 2, or even 3 in terms of your brain healing, but the brain healing is still happening. Don't go for that second relapse. Okay? Now, here are some practical handles of how to deal with relapse when you do. And what you'll experience when you relapse is, for myself, I'll feel the sun in my chest, that I like to use the expression, the sun in my chest dissipate, and with that my general confidence, stability, and calmness tend to go. I feel empty on the inside. It's a cold place, it's a dark place, it's not a place you want to be. The question then is, what can you do if you happen to mess up and find yourself in that place? For myself, this may sound very simple, this may sound very straightforward, but it has worked for me. And that one solution is to go outdoors. You can go to the beach, you can go to a swimming pool, go outdoors and swim. Now make sure that you expose as much of your skin as possible to the sun. Now you will feel weak, you may even feel hormonal and anxious, which I do based on my own experience when I relapse. The idea is to allow the sunlight to hit the skin of your body, and what it does is it will raise the testosterone level in your body, and because of that you will regain some of the strength that you have lost. But of course, things will get better the next day and the next and the next if you do not fall prey to relapsing. And therefore, guys, the moral of the story, don't relapse, but if you do, it's not the end of the world. Don't allow your brain to trick you and tell you, oh shit, I failed, and therefore let me just continue with my lifestyle and watch all the pornography I want. That is an absolute waste of your time. You are not put on this earth to waste your time. So go and do something with your life. Get busy with your life, and I'll see you next time.